Hi, my name's Amaan. You've seen me before. Welcome to another edition of Amaan Fixes. You see it? Doesn't matter. You know the name. Alright, yeah. Today we're going to talk about... I feel like this is going to be a short video. But yeah, this time we're going to talk about course reviews and evaluations. And I'm going to talk about how I'm going to fix course evaluations and reviews. So let's get to it. Oh yeah. One of the biggest problems we face with course evaluations is, so there's this whole market, alright? There's this whole market of course evaluations, of opinions and views of people who have already taken this course. There are numerous Facebook groups all across campuses. If for mine itself there are like 2-3 groups that I'm part of, and then there's always Rate My Professor, and then you always also talk to your own friends who've already done the course and stuff like that. So there's this huge market and huge need for reliable and honest and understandable and usable course evaluations. And the problem is that there's no particular way to find them. There are Facebook groups where you can go and post, and they're there. They kind of work, but they're not great. They're very subjective and stuff like that, and they're not widespread. When you put a post, at max you get 2 people responding. For classes which have 60-70 people, 2 people responding at maximum is not a big enough sample size, right? So this is what I want to do. I want to start a thing. But there is a solution. All universities across Canada take course evaluation questionnaires from students at the end of each course, and we don't know what they do with them. And that's what I want to do. I want to take these questionnaires and put them to use. I want to take these questionnaires, force universities to reveal them, put them to good use, and make them accessible to students. And here's my plan on how I'm going to do it. First, I scour all of these Facebook groups. All over Facebook there are numerous groups in innovation, and they all have data. They are troves of data. And so what I first do is I gather all this information from all these groups. So this is information from people. This is useful information. You gather them, you put them in a place, and then you market the place. You market the thing. You go around saying, look, we already have all this information on our website. Do you come take a look at this? This way you generate traffic. This way whoever wants to come new, who wants to know about a course, they come to your website. Hence you have traffic now, right? You have traffic, you have people coming because they know that there's information already there. Instead of going to Facebook and either looking through old posts or asking the same question over and over again, you go through old posts and you see how it has worked before for other people. Almost like Rate My Professor, but this time with more knowledge, with more personalized actual information rather than just trolls or jokes written because somebody hates the professor. This time reviews of classes rather than professors only, reviews of classes with certain professors, stuff like that. And then once you do that, once it's all set up and it's huge, all this data has been sorted and made into real useful things, and this traffic is flowing, enormous amounts of traffic. You go to universities, start with the smaller ones or you start with the big ones. You start with either one of those. You go and tell them, look, if all these people, if all this information, why don't you give us your course evaluation questionnaires and make this work for everybody? There are concerns about problems, with privacy and stuff like that. With the course evaluation questionnaires, we can work with universities to solve the problems. We can make sure that the information is provided in a very well private manner and things like that. So we can work with those concerns and make those course evaluation questionnaires not just sit in desks or just go to professors for arbitrary improvements in the performance which we don't even know if they happen or not. And instead students can decide based on actual documented real results from previous students to see which courses work and which courses don't work and what they don't want to do and what they want to do. And eventually, after enough people stop taking a course, that professor can either change or move on and make way for better, different professors. And I think that's very important, and I think that's what people should do. And I think that's a great potential that people don't necessarily talk about or explore. And that is my idea for now. Yes. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Amaan Fixes.